It's time for math again, and we're still, we just got started in chapter 16 using the metric system to measure. Last time we talked about centimeters and meters. Centimeter is the smallest unit that we're going to talk about, and just like the word century, the CENT at the beginning means 100. So there's 100 centimeters in 1 meter. Today we're also going to add kilometer. Kilometers, we measure distance. So think like the difference between feet and miles. You typically, when it's a longer distance, we're going to talk about miles using standard measurement. Here in metric, we're going to use kilometers. You can also use meters, but kilometer is going to help for greater distances. So kilo means 1,000. So we have 1,000 meters for every kilometer. Okay, so something fun to do. Sometimes in your car, you can change, instead of miles per hour, the speed of your car, you can change it to kilometers per hour. So next time you get out, you go for a ride, you might check to see how many kilometers per hour you're actually traveling, or measure something using kilometers on a map. Again, let's get started. Number one, it says how many centimeters are in a meter. So we talked about that the first part of this word cent, right, refers to 100. So again, think of century, 100. So it's 100 centimeters for every meter. Today, we learned that how many meters are in a kilometer. Well, we didn't know till today. So we're going to look over here at our resource box, and it tells us that there are 1,000 meters for every 1 kilometer. That's a lot. Okay, let's go down here and let's just think about which would be the best unit for each length or distance. So if I was measuring the length of a house, am I going to want to use centimeters, meters, or kilometers? A meter would make more sense. Centimeters would be a very large number. Remember how small a centimeter is on your ruler. That would be a lot of centimeters. A kilometer would be way too long. Too big of a number. We'd have to use a decimal or fraction there. So it would be better suited to use meters to measure length of a house. What about the distance to school, from your house to school? Well, we all live a different length, right? A different distance from our home to school. But I think we would all agree, we start thinking about miles. So in metric, we would use kilometers. So you should circle kilometers for that one. Number 5, the length of a pencil. Centimeters, meters, or kilometers. So think about your pencil. Which one would be better suited to measure the length of a pencil? And a centimeter. A pencil. That makes more sense. Great job. Let's do number 6. Again here, the distance to the park. Would 5 meters or 5 kilometers? Especially if you're getting directions, trying to find something, you're going to, again, be talking about kilometers. Think miles. It's 5 miles from here. The length of your backyard. Probably going to be measuring, for most of us, it's meters, not kilometers, not that huge distance. Distance between 2 schools. So think about like even one city to another. It's probably going to be kilometers for that one, right? Because you're talking a distance. And number 9, the distance of a bicycle race. Would it be 1 meter? So think of that wooden meter stick. That wouldn't be much of a bicycle race. But a 1 kilometer bike race, right? That would be a little more exciting. They remind us here in the bubble that it takes about 10 minutes to walk 1 kilometer. So that also gives you an idea. You're not running here, but you're walking. So it'll give you an idea of the distance. It would take you 10 minutes to walk that. For number 10, we're going to complete the table here, and really we're just multiplying. We're counting by 100s. 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. So 2 meters is going to be 200. There's a pattern. 300. 4 meters is 400. My marker's kind of big here. And 5 meters is 500 centimeters. So you see the pattern. We're counting by hundreds. We're multiplying 2 times 100, 3 times 100, 4 times 100, and 5 times 100. Jordan has 5 meters of fencing to put around a flower bed. Whoops, sorry. How many centimeters of fencing does he have? So we're going to multiply 5 times 100. How many centimeters of fencing? Jordan has 500 centimeters of fencing. We're going to try to figure out how far Rita jogged. So let's complete the chart and it'll help us find the answer. Here, we're changing kilometers into meters. And we know 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters. So we're counting by 1,000s. We're multiplying. Here we'll multiply 2 times 1,000. So again, we're just counting. What's the next? 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. So if Rita jogged 4 kilometers for her class, how many meters did she jog? So I'm going to look here. I find 4 kilometers. How many meters was that? So 4,000 is our answer. Very good. Why don't you go ahead and pause the video, turn the paper over and do the back side on your own, and then hit resume, and we'll go over the answers quickly together. Again, this is just trying to get, just reinforcing the idea of which ones are smaller, which ones are bigger, and kind of inside our minds get an understanding of the distances. Okay. So you should have already done this side, and you've paused the video, and now you've resumed it to go over the answers with me. Here at the top, we're looking at real life objects. So not the picture, but the real life object. And number 1, between these 2 places, from the village to the city here, to the ville, I guess, sorry, it'd be 8 meters or 8 kilometers. Well, it makes sense that we're talking, big like miles, so it's going to be kilometers here from one city to another. It's going to be a great distance. What about around this track? Again, these big tracks, right? It's going to be more than just 2 meter sticks. Okay, so the runner is running 2 kilometers. What about here, from the ground to the bottom of this sign? Do you think it's 1 meter or 1 kilometer? So again, for meter, think about that meter stick in the classroom. A kilometer, right, is a big distance. It would take you 10 minutes to walk. So it's more, right, it makes more sense that that sign's going to be 1 meter off the ground. So let's look here at the soccer ball. Would we measure that using centimeters, meters, or kilometers? And you should have marked centimeters there. What about this, the actual field here? Would you measure that using centimeters, meters, or kilometers? Meters is the correct answer. What about here on this map? So with the soccer ball, the soccer field, and then here's the park, where it is. So if I'm measuring from the house to the soccer field, I'm going to use kilometers, right? Because that's a pretty big distance. This road isn't straight. It takes us all the way around the lake. Well, hopefully that was easy. Again, here we're completing the tables, so we're multiplying. We're using a counting pattern. Number 7, we're going from meters to centimeters, so we count by hundreds. But look here, we're not counting by ones, right? We're counting by twos, but we're starting with 1. So 100, 3, 300, 5, 500, 7 meters is 700, 9 meters is 900 centimeters. So again here, it's still a counting pattern. We're counting by twos, 2 meters, but we didn't start at 0, we started at 1. So we're doing the odd numbers. Here at kilometers, okay, they've mixed it up on us again, so we can't just blindly do a counting pattern. We're multiplying times 1,000. So 2 times 1,000 is 2,000. 4 times 1,000 is 4,000. 7 times 1,000 is 7,000. 9 times 1,000 is 9,000. Okay, we're almost done. Stay with me here. It wants us to actually get out your ruler. And I laid mine down. Grab my ruler. And we're going to measure centimeters. Okay, we're going to measure the wingspan. So wingspan is from one side to the other. So I line up, again, the beginning line, the 0 on the first line. I go all the way across, and it stops here at the 6. So the butterfly's wingspan is 6 centimeters. If I was measuring an umbrella, is an umbrella going to be 1 centimeter or 1 meter? 1 meter, good job. And what about a bug? Would it be 4 centimeters or 4 meters? Remember, meters are those big sticks. I certainly hope it's only 4 centimeters. A bug that was 4 meters, that would be huge. Okay, so hopefully that was easy. It didn't take you long. And I look forward to starting measuring volume capacity with you next time with liters and milliliters. I hope you have a great rest of your day. See you next time. Bye.